it's Reija, and it's time for a Top 5 Wednesday. This week's topic is your favorite angsty romances. I was thinking that I don't generally read much stuff with angsty romances in it, but then when I started really browsing through my shelves and thinking about it, I was like, oh my god, there are a ton of angsty couples here. So I was proven wrong there. Yeah, let me just share with you my favorites. As per usual, the first couple is from the Riverside series, Swords Point. They are Alec and Richard, the main characters from that series, who have a very, very stormy relationship, and they have lots of difficulties maintaining a healthy relationship because of class differences and Alec being generally an asshole and Richard being the more feet to the ground type. Of the two. But I really love their dynamic. Alec is very... He doesn't give a shit about most people, but he's very affectionate towards Richard, and the feeling is very mutual, and they have this respect for each other even though they may not always show it, which I found very endearing. Next up, I want to talk about Sergil and Alec from the Night Runner series. And oh boy, these two are probably going to be the angstiest couple on this list. Their whole relationship is based on the will they, won't they kind of dynamic, which spanned the first couple of books. Like, they had this dynamic where you knew they were going to end up together, but it was kind of like dragged out. It was sometimes very frustrating and sometimes kind of tingling to think about, oh my god, now they are going to end up together. They have a lot of hardship. They are constantly thrown in the middle of some unforeseen plot, and at one point they're sold into slavery. There's so much stuff going on in these people's lives, and you keep wondering, are they ever gonna end up happily together? You still root for them constantly, and you want to see that happy ending. So that's why it's on my top 5. Next, I want to talk about Louis and Lestat from the Vampire Chronicles series, which, as I said previously, is my generation's Twilight. It was my introduction to paranormal romance, and Louis and Lestat were my OTP of my teenage years. I absolutely loved them, even though as an adult and after reading so much fiction, I can honestly say that their relationship is not very romantic, and it's actually very abusive and horrible. But I still have a very soft spot for those two. Fourth on my list is Eowyn and Faramir from The Lord of the Rings. They're not necessarily an angsty couple, like they're not angsty together, but both of their stories revolve around a sense of not feeling like they're good enough. Like Eowyn feeling like she is trapped because she is a woman, like she can't achieve the things that she wants to do because her gender is restricting her, or rather the society is restricting her because of her gender. And Faramir, on the other hand, is the youngest child of Denethor, and Denethor really just doesn't give two shits about him. So these two have like a lot of baggage, but when they come together, they kind of find solace in each other, and they kind of heal each other's wounds, and I absolutely love them as a couple. Whenever someone asks me about The Lord of the Rings, like the first thing that comes to my mind is Eowyn and Faramir. It's not Aragorn and Arwen, it's not even Frodo for me. It's Eowyn and Faramir are the quintessential thing about Lord of the Rings for me. And last up, I want to talk about Celia and Marco from the Night Circus, and oh my god, these two. Like, how can you not love these two? They are trapped in this competition with each other, and they are on the mercy of their caretakers for the most part. And they don't even know each other at the start of the whole thing, but they still have this undying connection to each other. And their relationship in this book is kind of a very slow burn, which I really like. I absolutely love it when character relationships are given time to grow and they're cultivated in a very slow fashion, because that way you really get to know the characters before there's any romance, so the romance itself becomes more plausible and realistic, and I absolutely love these two. And their ending is very bittersweet, but also still very satisfying. And that has been my top 5 for this week. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!